Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video. I'm in this rather splendid place. Right, let's talk about this place. I'm at Burnham-on-Sea. Oh, what a fantastic, fantastic spot. I just love locations like this. That has been photographed to death. I photographed it before now. But you know what? I just don't care. I don't care. I don't give one hoot. And the reason being is because last time I came here on a whim. I was in the area, so I just turned up and I started taking pictures of this fantastic lighthouse. But, unbeknown to me, at the time, the tide just wasn't high enough. The tide was further out than it currently is now, which didn't sit well or didn't bode well with me in the image, unfortunately. So I've meticulously planned to be here at sunset when it's high tide. Well, just about anyway. High tide is 8 o'clock. So let's fill you in now with the time. It's 7:05. High tide is 8 o'clock and sunset is at 9 o'clock. So I've got a funny feeling, judging by the steps there, the water is probably going to be too high at high tide. But because sunset is an hour after it, I might have got my timing right by the time it starts to recede ever so slightly. But either way, I don't care. I'm going to work this thing to within an inch of its life, and I'm going to bring you guys along as well. So my first challenge is composition. Not so much composition as in where am I going to place the lighthouse, because the lighthouse sits pretty much in the sea on its own. But it's got legs. It's got legs. It's got 9 legs. And I'm not sure what the best angle is. So I'm going to work the scene now, at least an hour and a half before I need to take pictures. Because I'm not sure whether I want to show this off with 9 legs, or if I move across a bit and line all the legs up, it'll look as if it's just got 3 legs, so it looks less busy. Plus odd numbers is pretty cool. Let me show you what I mean. First and foremost, this is my original position where basically I've just dropped my bag off. And as you can see, without giving any consideration to the feet at all, they don't look particularly nice. They're very busy, very busy. So let's move along a bit, and as you can see, I'm going to take my time and line those legs up. So here, for instance, if I wanted to go down the route of showing all 9 legs, then meticulously I want to be able to place my camera in a position where I can see all 9 legs. Or alternatively, I'm going to move you guys further along to the left. That could possibly work, because now it's showing all 9 legs, but in a less busy format. So I can see now 3 on the left, 3 in the middle, 3 on the right, but I can just about see them. That lovely side kick of light looks tremendous. And also, if you look on the right here, that lovely kick of light there looks fantastic as well. But let's tidy that up even more and see how that looks. Let's go further left. It's now only showing 3 legs, but I love the structure. It's just tremendous. The shape down here, that 45-degree angle. I just love it. The only problem is, at the moment, of course, we're shooting directly into the sunlight. Look at that. That's really harsh. Sorry about that. So clearly I am going to have to wait for that sun to drop down. So let's weigh this up then. From here, when that sun has dropped down below the horizon, or certainly close to the horizon. It'll be further over to the right, so that won't look as bad. So that looks nice and clean, but the image is very flat, and I don't like photographing buildings when they're flat like that. And the reason being is because they just don't look like a cardboard cutout. So that's what I'm up against. I'm up against this minimalistic feel, really square on, but the building looks flat. Or I can move slightly further to the right, so it still looks as if it's got, well, there's 9 legs, but they're in 3 groups of 3. Or alternatively, I can shoot it at a more 45-degree angle. The way the legs are positioned, I can only see 7 legs, so 2 legs are hidden. So that's not bad. But when I set off this morning to come down here, my own mindset, I wanted a more minimalistic feel. So there's only one thing that you can do, and that's all of it. That's the answer, isn't it? Do all of it, and then make a conscious decision later on. It's cool, isn't it? It's got to be said. I bet you, even if you live local, I bet you that you photograph this time and time and time again. Right, I'm going to go with a 7-leg option first of all, only because the sun is just super bright at this present moment in time. So I'm going to go for a more of a 45-degree angle. That's really nice. Now, do I go further back or change lens? Let's go further back. Let's go further back, because that tide's going to come in anyway, so let's come further back. I'm going to stick with a 70 to 200mm lens at the moment. And in terms of composition, let's push this out onto the left-hand third with that nice bit of light kicking in into the negative space along here. I think that works a real treat. That is really, really nice. I have absolutely no idea why I end up rushing all the time. Why do I end up rushing? I have no idea. No idea. Right, quick calculation, f16 ISO 50. 15th of a second, that'll give me a minute. I could push that to an 1/8 of a second, which will give me 2 minutes. Close that aperture a bit more, f18. Okay, so ISO 50, f18, an 1/8 of a second will give me 2 minutes. Pre-focus, drop that. 10-stop filter on the front of the lens. Bulb mode, f18, bulb timer, 2 minutes, and away she goes. And judging by the speed that the tide is coming in, I can grab a couple of shots here before I change my lens and go down and grab that driftwood. Ooh. You don't get nights like this, or days, or mornings, or times like this very often when you're out taking landscape images. Very nice man down there as well, said hello to me today. I need to find out his name and give him a mention on the vlog. Very nice man. It's nice when people come and say hello, it really is. I'm not sure if you can see it on the back of this camera, but right, I can't move the camera because, if I just make that a bit brighter, I can't move the camera because I want that on the top third. I need to move this slightly further over, a little bit more. That will do nicely. That's looking good. I don't think it's moving. That's definitely moving. Damn. This either works or it doesn't work. I'm not doing any more with this driftwood. I want to concentrate on the shot that I originally came here for. But 2-minute exposure, it looks as if it's not moving. I might get lucky, I might not. I don't really know. I've taken a shot and focused on the driftwood, taken a shot and focused on the lighthouse in the background. I've taken a sped up shot as well and underexposed the lighthouse because I'm slightly worried that we might end up with a hot spot on the side of the lighthouse that's most important. A little bit worried about that. But yeah, I can see the driftwood moving now. So that's a bit of a pain. So let's finish this 2-minute exposure and scrap it off. And then let's go back to my original thought process. Go back to the original plan. Okay, so quick check on the time. It's 8:30, 30 minutes away from sunset. I don't think, looking to my right hand side, we're going to get much of a sunset. But what I have noticed is the clouds are very high. So there's not much movement in the clouds at all, not much movement at all. So what I've been doing is I've closed the aperture by a stop, and instead of shooting at my preferred 2-minute exposure, I've been shooting a few 4-minute exposures. And over 4 minutes, we've got some lovely movement in that cloud. So I think I found a sweet spot. The tide is starting to recede now. I'm going to go across to the A1 position and grab a few shots from there. And fingers crossed, all the stars have aligned. The water height should be fine. Not sure about the light, but good enough for long exposures, good enough for fine art photography. Oh, this is so good. Okay, that is me. Perfect. I love that. Love it. I'm gonna grab this shot and then I might venture onto the sand or stay here, maybe even come a little bit further back and put a longer lens on. But I just love, the secret with this is, and I see it time and time again, I haven't come to photograph a lighthouse. I've come to photograph a scene with a lighthouse in it, and that's so important. What you will find is lots of people will turn up, put their long lenses on, zoom in and photograph a lighthouse. And that's fine. But there is a fine line between landscape photography and a picture of a lighthouse. Cool. This is looking really good. Beautiful. Really nice. Really nice. Nice. Quite nice. I could fix this down here. I don't want that there, but I might delve forward a bit more. But I do like the movement in the sky. It's a bit more blankety cloud. It's a bit more blanket cloud than what we had earlier, but it still works for me. I do like it. So that's it. And as always, if you've enjoyed the content, do me a favor, help support the channel, give us a thumbs up. And if you're new here, you might want to consider subscribing and hit that notification bell as well, so that you can get notified of my upcoming videos. Right, let's take a look at these images.